on the Sophia Radio Show with my homie Days on 85.
Hey, hey, hey.
I love how your stage name resembles the primary, I guess, travel way to Charlotte and Atlanta.
hmm
It is really something about I-85, isn't it? But it can take you to some pretty big dreams.
Yeah, yeah. Um, that's the premise behind the name. Just spending days on 85, like literally.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people from here, they have to hop on 85, like you said, to go to Charlotte or Atlanta, primarily to, go after their dreams a little bit more, get in a bigger
Mhm.
market. And that's my story too. Like I've lived in Atlanta, spent a lot of days in Charlotte, day
Mhm.
trips, just going, like literally going to Atlanta, coming right back, going to Atlanta, coming right back because I couldn't afford a
Mhm.
hotel room or something like that. Like literally like days on 85.
Which city would you prefer, Charlotte or Atlanta?
Atlanta definitely. I love Charlotte though. But
See, I'm a
Charlotte,
queen. I'm a Queen City girl. I love Charlotte. You put
I
me in
love Charlotte
Charlotte for you
too.
to be in Atlanta.
I love Charlotte too. I just I feel like I've adapted a little better in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
but and also like I was going to Charlotte a lot more in high school. So
Ah,
so for me, Charlotte felt like I was like going to Greenville or going
yeah,
to.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It's not far from Spartanburg. It's like an hour and 15 minutes.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and some people drive fast, so you can get there in like a little less than an hour sometimes. And
yeah,
but
yeah,
when the fair winds and all that, you get
yeah.
used to it. So Charlotte felt like like a second home. When I was in high school. So
Yeah.
Atlanta felt a little bit more outside of my norm, a little bit. And now I'm used to it, but it's just a lot more opportunities I feel for myself
Yeah.
in Atlanta.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. I believe that. I love ATL. It's nothing like Atlanta, is it?
Mhm. Atlanta to me is like a bigger version of Greenville.
Yeah.
As
I
far
think that's.
as the
Hmm.
people are very similar to Greenville and Spartanburg people.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
food is very similar.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like the thing that's different, of course, like the sports teams and the
Yeah.
opportunities,
Yeah.
working opportunities. Everything else is pretty similar, so I feel very comfortable in Atlanta.
Hmm. So speaking of, days on 85 and, opportunities and dreaming, what type of legacy are you leaving your son?
I honestly want him to look at me and say, "Daddy tried everything. Like he tried to, like he's not a quitter.
Yeah.
Um, like I want him to know that you can be what you want to be, um,
Hmm.
but you have to like try. Like I
Yeah.
feel like coming from a small city, sometimes we don't see the movie stars and the big singers, big rappers, the mega millionaires, right? Like
Yeah.
these other cities like LA, New York, Miami, Atlanta.
Mhm.
So it's like sometimes we don't feel like that stuff is attainable. And I feel like with with me, I want to leave a legacy of we try. We're gonna try our
Yeah.
hardest every time. Uh,
Yeah.
of course, I would love to leave, uh, wealth. But more than
Yeah.
that, I want to leave him with that mindset of just trying your hardest.
Yeah.
Like once
Yeah.
you start something, complete it,
Yeah.
complete it. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, I know your son looks up to you because when your son gets older, I'm gonna say, your daddy is a superstar. Your daddy is a ball full of talent. Look, I know.
Honestly, I just want to be the best. I just want to be the best father. Like I was telling my boy Luck the other day, like the talent is God given.
Yeah.
Um, and it was up to me to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like just honing in on that talent and that ability. But like being a father, I feel like it's the greatest gift of all, and being a human being. Period. Being a son, being a brother, being a like whatever you are, those titles. I want that to be above artists. When I go, because being a good artist, being a great artist is great. But like I'd rather
Yeah.
be like, oh, that was a great person. Like I like being around him. So
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
main
I
goal.
love that. And thank you for sharing that with us, Days on 85. So we are talking about your EP Catch 22,
Mm-hmm.
which another great project. You have really, I think you've proven to yourself that you are definitely gifted and unique in your
Thank you.
own way, and it shows in your music. The production to this is phenomenal.
Thank you.
um as again, this is just your sister, as I listen to your projects, I'm like, oh, I can see myself in this music video, and I can see myself in that music. Like,
Yeah.
I'm placing myself uh in your projects.
Yeah.
But what's significant for an artist to release EPs?
I feel like to stay relevant for one, um, it's a canvas. I feel like it's just like if I was a painter, like I have to paint, um, and I have to express myself, and words and lyrics are the best way for me. Um, so I feel like it's significant for me to keep releasing music and to keep throwing stuff at the wall and just seeing what sticks and just trying, like I said before. And with this project, it actually came at the beginning of the pandemic. Like I started recording because of being on quarantine. I was stuck in the
Yeah,
house, like
yeah,
all
yeah,
of us. Got tired of watching Netflix and Hulu, so it was like
yeah,
music out. So yeah, I think it's very significant to put out EPs and albums and mixtapes, whatever it may be,
yeah,
to stay relevant and to keep that keep that thing going. Because if you don't use that talent, sometimes you'll lose it.
yeah. That's right. Have you ever completed a project and you're just like, oh, that wasn't my best work?
Um, Maybe like when no, to be honest with you, no, because like even looking back at stuff I put out like I was in high school, like now listening to it, I would
Yeah,
never want anyone to listen to it,
yeah,
but
yeah,
at the time I loved it
yeah,
because it reflected me, right, at the
yeah,
time. So
yeah.
I try to give people my best efforts every time.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm,
I mean, just like in theater, right? Like
yeah,
when we go on that stage, it's like, okay, it don't matter what problems you got at the
yeah.
house or what
Yeah,
is going
put
on
it.
backstage, you give your best effort out
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So
Your best effort.
yeah, I try to always put my best effort out there for people.
Yeah. Have you done any more acting?
I've done some auditions recently. I had actually just went on a few auditions before the pandemic. Uh,
Oh, congratulations.
yeah, I had stepped away from it for a while, for like 5 or 6 years.
Oh, you trying to do a 7 year sabbatical? How your sister did?
It wasn't on purpose. It was, honestly, it wasn't that I fell out of love with acting. It was just, I guess, the opportunities I didn't feel like were as present as and I'm very like picky about like what I want to be a part of, and
Oh, I am too.
yeah,
Yes, I feel like
yeah,
my resume tells people what I can and cannot be in.
exactly.
Mhm,
I want things to
mhm.
have a message and not just being anything, and not
Right.
just do stuff for laughs or not just do stuff for like, oh, that was sad. It's just like I want it to mean something. But yeah, I was going on auditions before the pandemic, and
Mhm.
I was doing monologue auditions via Skype and stuff like that. I have a few monologues still in the tuck, whenever I need to pull them out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
See, y'all might be like, well, what were y'all talking about? So we were both. Is it okay if I go ahead and tell
Go
them?
ahead, tell the world.
We were both in a very historical show in 2012 called A Raisin in the Sun.
Mhm.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think you played George, right?
I did.
Yeah, you played George and I played Mama, and that's how we met. And when we were kind of getting to know each other back then, we didn't realize, we kind of grew up in the same area.
Yeah.
It's just I'm way much older than Days on 85.
Come on now. We just had the 25th birthday. Come on.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Yes, so I had it on October 25th. Look at God.
God, won't he do it? Yes, he will.
What he doing? Yes, Lord. 25 plus 10. Anyway, so I want to talk about Friends 2.0 on your EP Catch 22. Make sure y'all listen and tune in because this work was good. You are an excellent writer. You really just told a very well, beautiful story.
Thank you.
And if you had it in the form of a book, I would actually purchase it.
Oh, appreciate that.
Very well put together. So we want to dive into the lyrics again,
Okay.
because that's what I do.
Love talking about the lyrics. Let's go.
So in Friends 2.0, you say, I don't want your sorry and I don't want your sad stories.
Mhm.
That kind of hit hard for me because before I met my husband, I was like that to my ex. I was like, oh, you just make me sick.
Yeah.
But why is it hard for couples to try to understand the sorry and the sad stories?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's very good to like try to communicate and understand those things. Um, in the midst of the song, I know that may sound harsh to tell
Mhm.
someone like, I don't want your sorries, I don't want your sad stories. Sometimes relationships are harsh though, right? So it's like sometimes we
Yeah,
have those moments that we may get out of character, or in this circumstance, it wasn't more so of being harsh. It was more so of I've tried with you numerous times,
yeah,
and I've heard sorry a million times. I've
mhm,
heard you not take ownership a million times.
yeah,
And it's like, how many times can you hear sorry from one person for the same thing, right? You can tell me
yeah,
sorry a million. You can tell me sorry a million times for a million different things, but
yeah,
don't tell me you're sorry a million times for the same thing
yeah,
because you're
yeah,
not changing that thing. And yeah. So with that, it was more so like a moment of reality within the artist of I need to move on from this. So I'm not accept. I can accept your sorry for a person, but I can't move
mhm,
on with what we were currently doing,
yeah,
um, because I cannot accept that. I don't want your sad stories and sorries anymore. I can't do it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I felt those lyrics in Friends 2.0, and you have another lyric that says, you say, why did you even call? And I was like, well, dang, I'm just trying to call it, and I wanna work things out. Days on 85.
Hey,
That's why you gotta answer the phone.
but see, again, it comes to a point to where I don't want that anymore.
Yeah,
Like why'd you even call me? And like the next line is, I don't want no pity party.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
don't call me to just be on some like, or like, because you may have seen that I've been down or whatever the,
yeah.
the case may be. It's like, don't call me unless you're calling because you've changed completely. Um,
Yes.
if you haven't, and you got to think, it takes a while for a person to get to that point, right?
Uh-huh.
That's not like a 2 month thing. That's like years built up, like to
Yeah.
where you're like, why'd you even call me? Like,
Mhm,
like,
mhm.
why did you even waste my time? Why did you waste your time by calling?
Because I was just trying to call you and rash it all out.
No, no, we done had a discussion before. Like, no, I'm good. Like, let's.
But you gotta listen.
I don't have to. I don't have to. No one has to listen. We can move on and go our separate ways and just respectfully do that.
Yes, yes.
But he obviously listens because he's still talking to her as the song goes on. So,
Yeah. So Peyton, your featured artist, which was um, vocals were excellent.
yeah, she's a
Days on
good.
85. She did very, very good. Peyton has a line that says, "Don't want to say, don't want to say." I mean, that's all she says.
Mhm.
And I was just like, okay, I don't want to say because I think as women, when the relationship gets rocky, especially if it's a strong minded woman,
Mhm.
she doesn't want to kind of tell what she's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
She just wants to stay in her shell and figure out how the pieces, how did we get to this point?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, with strong-minded women, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult. With strong-minded
Yeah,
men as well, right? It's
yeah,
a bit harder. I think my music is about communication. Period.
yeah, yeah.
Either a lack of, or like let's try to attempt at more communication. It's something about that. So yeah, I mean, what you're saying is very like it's very true, and
Hmm.
that's a thing that we all can work on, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but she did incredible. She's actually from Atlanta.
Oh, she did
Amazing,
excellent.
amazing vocalist, amazing
Mm,
artist. We got some
yeah,
more records too we're working on. So
yeah. So Days on 85, I'm gonna let you take us to Friends 2.0. Get your boo, grab hands. If you're going through it, grab hands. Get your love stuff. Well, I don't know about all your love. I don't.
yeah,
We want to keep this PG. We get your love stuff together.
all right, all
get
right.
you
My name
get
is.
you a glass of wine and
Oh yeah,
listen.
get you a glass
Yes.
of Stella. Stella.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh, what flavor though?
it don't matter. You can get the peach. I like the peach. I like the peach.
I like the blueberry.
Blue. I haven't had the
Yeah, you ain't had it yet.
blueberry. I'm gonna have to get that today.
Ooh, ooh. Turn your life upside down. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
like the peach and I like the black. This is just Stella Rosa
Yeah,
Black.
the black is good. I
Yeah,
like the black and the platinum.
yeah.
What am I talking? I should not be talking about wine. Oh my!
You started.
Jesus turned water into wine. There we go.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Splash. Oh man, but yeah, my name is Days on 85, and this is Friends 2.0 featuring the gorgeous and beautiful and amazing vocalist Peyton.
Why'd you even call me? I don't want no pity party. We don't speak too often. Are you trying to say you sorry? Now I move with caution. Your channel changed too often. We used to watch Mari. We used to watch Friends and we used to be friends and now you say you're sorry. But I don't want your sorries. I don't want your sorries. Yeah. I don't want your sad stories. We used to chill and sing songs, dodging blue lights, speeding through the green ones. We had the same ringtone. You the one I bet my dreams on, but I'm the one that you still sleep on. No. Leaving voicemails on my phone, baby. Why you even call lately? You ain't even sorry. And I don't want your sorries. I don't want your sorries. Yeah. I don't want your sad stories. Don't wanna side, 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 don't wanna side. Why'd you even call me?